Hello everyone, welcome to Everything Football and welcome to another Champions League Fantasy Update video. In this one, we will be talking about the must-own players. Yep, we have done the goalkeepers, we have done the midfielders, we have done the defenders, the forwards, we've done the budget options, all that. But in this one, which players must you own in your team? The ones that if you ignore, you are going to be in real trouble. So let me know if there's any other options you would go for that are not on this list. Let's start. First up, I have gone for none other than Karim Benzema. Now, you already know how much of a good player he is. He just won the Champions League Player of the Season for last campaign. Do we really have to go through everything again? Okay, let's do it. He's currently selected by 51%. By the time the Champions League starts, I'm expecting that to be close to 60%. And the problem is, if you don't own him, and he actually scores. He has the capability of scoring 2 goals, 3 goals, because last season we saw him doing it, and it was against bigger teams like PSG. He was scoring hat tricks for fun. In one half, he scores a hat trick. If he gets, like, let's say 17 points and half of those people have captained him and he gets 34 points and you don't have him in your squad on that first day or even the second day, third day, you're going to be 34 points adrift, 35, that's 6 points adrift right away because of how good he is. He can score those hat tricks, he can score goals every single game. Last season, he had 16 goal contributions, 15 goals and 1 assist. And as I said, he will be captain. And it's not just the first week that he will be captained by most managers. I'm very sure a lot of managers, maybe even more than half of his percent of the guys who are owning him, of the managers who are owning him, are going to captain him. So you definitely need to have him in your team, or else you are going to be in a lot of trouble. Not only that, he is the main man. We already know he is the main man. He's always going to start every single game. He's always going to play every single game. He is on penalties. Even when he misses penalties, he still takes the next penalty and still scores from it. And as I said, last season you're scoring against the likes of PSG, scoring against all those guys. This season, he has Celtic in the group. He has teams like Shakhtar Donetsk in his group as well. You expect him to be firing. He also has Leipzig in his group. So I would expect him to score a bunch of goals in all of those games. More than 10 goals as well this season. He can also have a good relationship with Vinicius in terms of assists and goals. So it's very risky if you don't go with him. Yes, some people might decide to go with Vinicius in midfield and not Benzema in striking, but Benzema is the one who's going to score more goals. I would be very surprised if Vinicius doesn't score the same number of if he scores the same number of goals as Benzema. Benzema will probably have double the number of goals. Vinicius can get more assists, but Benzema, he is the main man. Vinicius can be subbed off. Benzema will never be subbed off. Benzema will always start every single game. Benzema is on penalties. Benzema is the captain. Benzema is everything. So Benzema is the first must-own player. Let me know if you agree with that. The second one is Joao Cancello. So Cancello, we already know Man City defender. Right now, at the time of recording, is currently owned by 42%. I expect that to rise to 50%. Last season, the Champions League for a defender, he got 65 points, the most of any defender last season. He also got 2 goals and 3 assists. Yes, a defender scoring 2 goals and 3 assists and 55 ball recoveries. That is absolutely crazy, getting 55 ball recoveries. That gets you a lot of extra points. And the one thing I love about these two players I just talked about, they're always going to start games. Like Pep Guardiola really wants that Champions League. Like he would rather, you'll see it this season, he would rather rest Cancello for a Premier League game for him to start in the Champions League game. That will happen this season. That's how much how important Cancello is. He was subbed off in the last game against Nottingham Forest to be rested for the next games, and he even scored in that match as well. So he's already scored a goal this season. He's already picked up an assist this season as well. He always has the capability, and City always have the capability of keeping clean sheets as well. They can just keep possession for 90 minutes and not have that ball. They do have tough teams like Sevilla and Dortmund, but especially Dortmund at home, I would expect them to win. Even Sevilla, I wouldn't be surprised. Sevilla have started the season very well. I'd not be surprised if Cancello went there and kept a clean sheet. And then after that, they have Copenhagen twice. So very, very good option, and a lot of people will own him, currently owned by 42%. So yeah, only 2 players. Those are only the 2 players I've picked. No third option, no fourth option, because it's going to be very different this season, and I don't believe there's any other must-own players. Last season we talked about Mohamed Salah. this season is only owned by 14%. Yes, only 14% of managers own him right now. And there's a lot of various reasons, because there's a lot of other players to choose from. There's a lot of especially expensive strikers I'm sure people have gone for, the likes of Lewandowski, Mbappe, Neymar, Messi. A lot of people have gone for such players and ignored the likes of Salah. And I'm guessing people are looking at Liverpool and they're like, Diaz is cheaper than Salah. He can do more than Salah potentially. He scored a few goals that season as well after coming in January. So not many people are ignoring Salah. He might actually end up turning to be differential, because if a lot of those managers sell him, if you have him and he captain him and he scores 2 goals, 3 goals, other people don't have him, he could be a differential. But in terms of must own, I don't think he's a must own for this, at least not for the first 2 weeks. Also by teams like PSG, some people have Mbappe, some people have Neymar, some people have Messi, so I don't think there's anyone there who's must own. And this is the first time since I started doing Champions League content that I've not talked about Lewandowski as a must own player. He's changed teams. Obviously, Barcelona in a very, very tough group. You would expect him to score goals still. Aubameyang has been sold just to fit Lewandowski in the team. But Bayern Munich, Inter Milan, very tough teams in their group, and you still need to see how Barcelona gel with all the new players. So for me, it's not a must on this season. And also defenders from Liverpool usually must own, like Trent Alexander-Arnold. He is very expensive. If you get Trent Alexander-Arnold and Salah in your team, it's you won't be able to get all the 3 big strikers that you want. You can maybe fit in Benzema and one other person, maybe a PSG striker or Lewandowski or a Haaland or something like that. I was so close to including Haaland in this video because he's already scored 9 goals in the Premier League, and I'm sure he's going to score more than 10 goals for Man City. But I think it's not a must. He scores every single day. Sometimes it could be Foden, Mahrez, De Bruyne, and then some games he could finish without a goal even if City wins. So those are my options. Cancello and Benzema. Let me know if you agree. More content coming soon. There's still like 5-6 other videos to come soon. But in case you haven't watched the ones I've already put out, if you want to watch the budget option video, click on the video on the left side. If you want to check out the video of the best strikers to own this season, click on the video on the right side, and I'll catch up with you on the next one.